Hey, welcome back. First, I just wanted to apologize for the somewhat extended hiatus that I've been on. But now that I'm back up and running, going forward you can expect to see a new video like this every other Sunday. And as for today, we're going to dip our toes into the lukewarm world of Lord of the Rings games and explore why, despite their mistreatment throughout the years, they're still so great. Lord of the Rings is a beloved franchise that has captured the hearts and minds of fans around the world. And the games based on this world have tried to recapture this feeling with varying degrees of success over the years. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about world building, a little bit about lore, and even some community aspects of Lord of the Rings. We'll also touch on some of my personal favorite games set in this wondrous world that we call Middle-earth. One of the key reasons why Lord of the Rings games are so great is the way they capture the epic scale of the source material. The books and movies are known for their sweeping battles, sprawling landscapes, and larger-than-life characters, and the games themselves have been able to replicate these elements in a way that is both impressive and immersive in the best of cases. Games like the Battle for Middle-earth 1 and 2, as well as the Lord of the Rings Online MMORPG, to a lesser degree, feature massive battles that allow players to control anywhere from just one personalized character up to hundreds of troops all at once. While games like Middle-earth Shadow of War allow players to build their own armies and conquer territories across the land. Another aspect of Lord of the Rings games that sets them apart is the way they allow players to explore Middle-earth in a way that is both faithful to the source material and at times creatively fulfilling as well. Many of the games feature open worlds that are full of hidden treasures, quests, and Easter eggs, allowing players to immerse themselves in the world of Middle-earth and discover new things at every turn. Games like the Lord of the Rings Online, as I previously mentioned, and Middle-earth Shadow of War offer a vast array of environments to explore, from the dark and foreboding mines of Moria to the idyllic forests of Lothlorien. A third reason why Lord of the Rings games are so great is the way they allow players to create their own stories within the larger narrative of the franchise. While many of the games follow established characters and storylines, others offer players the opportunity to create their own characters and explore Middle-earth in ways unique to their personal adventure. Games like the aforementioned Middle-earth Shadow of War, the Lord of the Rings Online, and even War in the North allow players to have some say over creating their own heroes, building their own armies, or even just changing their appearance, all while allowing the player to make their mark on the world of Middle-earth in a way that is truly their own. And finally, Lord of the Rings games are great because they offer something for everyone. Whether you're a fan of strategy games, action-adventure games, massive multiplayer online games, or even just tabletop RPGs, there is a Lord of the Rings game out there that will suit your tastes. From the intense strategy and large-scale skirmishes of Battle for Middle-earth, to the stealth-based gameplay of Shadow of Mordor, and even to the in-your-face action seen in so many of the games that I've mentioned so far. The Lord of the Rings franchise has something to offer for pretty much anyone. One Lord of the Rings game that is still talked about to this day is Return of the King for the PlayStation 2, released back in 2003. This action-adventure game is widely regarded as one of the best Lord of the Rings games ever made. And what made this game so great was its stunning graphics for the time, its exciting gameplay, and its faithful adherence to the events of the source material. Players could choose from a range of beloved characters such as Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli, each with their own unique moves and abilities. The game's combat was fast-paced and engaging, with players taking on hordes of enemies in epic battles that felt like they had been lifted straight from the movies. In fact, the way the game would move from a scene straight out of the movie into the same scene using the video game graphics and doing this sort of mostly seamless transition all the while was something that I always appreciated about this game. The game also featured stunning cutscenes that helped to tell the story of the film. and its cooperative multiplayer mode allowed players to team up with friends to take on the challenges of Middle-earth together. This is something my friends and I did as often as we could, as the cooperative play was some of the best available at the time, and it still holds up today. That's why Return of the King remains a beloved classic to me and so many others, and is still a shining example of what a great Lord of the Rings game can be like. War in the North was a Lord of the Rings game released back in 2011, and while it may not have been the first game of its kind, it still managed to stand out from the crowd. This game took a different approach from other Lord of the Rings games by focusing on a group of lesser-known characters on their own journey through Middle-earth. The game allowed for players to take control of 3 different characters, each with their own unique skill set, and embark on a cooperative journey through the north of Middle-earth. The game's combat was both brutal and challenging, and the character progression system allowed players to tailor their characters to their own unique playstyle. But what really set War in the North apart from other games was its attention to detail and its deeper emphasis on lore. The game featured references to lesser-known events and characters from the books, and its storyline was designed to fit seamlessly into the larger world of Lord of the Rings. All in all, War in the North was a great game that proved that there was still plenty of room for innovation and creativity in the Lord of the Rings gaming universe. Lord of the Rings Online, or LOTRO for short, was a massively multiplayer online role-playing game set in the world of Middle-earth. Released in 2007, this game was a really nice attempt at an MMORPG for fans of J.R.R. Tolkien's beloved book series. What made Lord of the Rings Online stand out from other MMORPGs was its attention to detail and its dedication to staying true to the source material. Go figure, that does seem to be the winning recipe. Players could create their own characters from a range of different races and classes, and then embark on their own journey through Middle-earth in this game. And along the way they would meet familiar characters from the books just to help immerse the player. The game's vast open world was filled with stunning landscapes and iconic locations from the books, and its deep crafting and reputation systems allowed players to fully immerse themselves in the world of Middle-earth. The game also featured regular updates and expansions over time that added new content and kept players engaged for years. And again, this is still going on today. While it may not have been the most groundbreaking MMORPG out there, Lord of the Rings Online was a great game that offered fans of Middle-earth a chance to explore and experience the world in a way that no other game could. And the good news is, you can still do this today. You can download and play this MMORPG for free. So, if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings and you haven't tried this yet, you should. However, before we wrap up, we have to mention the upcoming Lord of the Rings Gollum game, which is set to be released in 2023. While the initial gameplay footage and screenshots haven't exactly blown me away, the fact that we're getting a new Lord of the Rings game in 2023 is still some pretty exciting news. The game is set to focus on the character of Gollum and his journey through Middle-earth, and while it may not look too impressive at the moment, we can always hope that it surprises us with its final product. And even if it doesn't end up being the best Lord of the Rings game out there, the fact that it's being made at all is a testament to the enduring popularity and appeal of this beloved franchise. So who knows? Maybe it will open the door for them to try something even more interesting and innovative in the future. Only time will tell. So in conclusion, Lord of the Rings games are great for a wide variety of reasons. From their epic scale and immersive worlds to their engaging gameplay and their unique storytelling, these games are a true testament to the enduring legacy of J.R.R. Tolkien's beloved universe. So whether you're a longtime fan of the franchise, or maybe just a newcomer looking for a great game to play, there's never been a better time to jump into the world of Lord of the Rings games and see what works for you. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit the like and subscribe button before you go, so we'll see you next time.